Juliette Touma is the head of communications for UNRWA. She joins us live from Amman now. Thank you once again for being here with us on Al Jazeera. Now, this attack on your distribution centre in Rafah, what more detail have you been able to gather about it, what exactly happened and why it was targeted?
Look, it was hit yesterday around noontime, local time in Gaza. It's one of our distribution centers and also a warehouse in southern Gaza, east of Rafah city. Normally between 50 to 60 people work there. Very sadly, one of our colleagues was killed in that hit, and 22 were injured.
What effect will this have on your ability to distribute aid? It is, I believe, one of the last remaining distribution centres that you have operating in Gaza right now.
Well, fortunately, the impact on the supplies that we had in the warehouse is very minimal. And so we continue to provide humanitarian assistance, and we continue to do everything possible with very, very little supplies coming in. By far not enough, as famine in some parts of Gaza looms, and we continue to have that issue with accessing northern Gaza. Yeah,
there's obviously also the issue of safety for your own staff and those waiting to collect the aid. Is there anything more that you can do at all to protect, to ensure the safety of your staff?
It's up to the warring parties to make sure that United Nations personnel and assets and facilities are protected at all times. And too many times during this wartime, these facilities and our personnel have come under attack and they've been hit.
And it's, of course, no surprise to Israel that where your distribution centres are. Can you just explain the level of contact you have with Israeli forces in regards to how you distribute aid and how that works?
So every day, UNRWA shares the coordinates of our facilities across the Gaza Strip with all parties to the conflict, including with the State of Israel. And I checked on this particular warehouse, and it was on the list, and the list was shared a day before this hit happened in southern Gaza.
OK. You touched on this a little earlier. The issue of famine in the north of Gaza. Can you just give us a bit of an update on if any aid has been able to get into northern Gaza at this point in time?
The northern Gaza and Gaza City is where the deepest pockets of starvation and severe hunger have been identified. So this is quite risky, and it means that we are just a level down from famine in that part of Gaza. Now, that's man-made, and it can be averted, and it can be averted through sending on a regular basis supplies, including food, to that part of Gaza, which we at UNRWA, as one example, were not able to do since the 29th of January, so more than 6 weeks now.
I don't know if you heard just before you came on the programme, we had a shot from Antony Blinken, who asked Israel to ensure the safety of humanitarian workers in Gaza in regards to this latest attack. I mean, more than 100 UN workers have been killed so far. What, if anything, do Blinken's words mean at this point in time?
Just to be accurate, we lost 165 colleagues at UNRWA alone who were killed since the war began. That's the highest number of aid workers any time in the history of the United Nations in any conflict or natural disaster. There needs to be much more done in this war as well, which has rules as well that should apply to this war to protect the United Nations personnel and facilities by all parties to the conflict.
Okay, thank you so much, Juliette. Once again, we really do appreciate your time here on Al Jazeera.